Riu's got back. Hadira, the left back, is actually moving into a position whereby he's recovering. And if we all delay, if we all go back and delay the attack, we're all going to end up somewhere like that. And you've got a back three.
Is that what Taylor's trying to do here?
Yeah.
He's trying to delay Coutinho.
Taylor's trying to delay, not the end of the world. What MB does now in this next period of play, I can't understand. This is a French international making a decision to stand still, not only stand still, but to start for some reason to come and think he can win that ball off Coutinho, knowing that Sturridge is behind him. That is balmy. That is balmy defending that. That is just absolutely shocking defending. Happens, plays it past him. Taylor doesn't have a clue what's gone on. He's thinking, where have you come from? And they're 3-0 down.
And chasing the game. But was it bad defending for 4 as well?
It was bad defending for all of them.
What happened for 4 then?
Right, Steven Gerrard's on the ball. Alarm bells. That's Steven Gerrard. That's not a mug, by the way. That's somebody who can pass a ball forward. And if you know these 4 defenders, you see Taylor there. I'll move the line into there. You see him with his arms up. His arms are up in the air. Hold your line here. Here's the goal scorer making his run here now. Move it on. Debussy, what are you doing? Your man's just run inside you. Steven Gerrard could have played it to him. What are you doing? I haven't got a clue what you're doing. I mean, this really is so poor. And what Debussy does at the end, he sort of says, hope the cameras don't pick me up, but unfortunately we've got them everywhere now. And the fact of the matter is, it becomes a real bad day for Newcastle, and I'm sure Alan Pardew will have watched that and thought, that's horrendous.
It got worse, as you said. They conceded 6. Debussy was sent off as well. Newcastle then, this time last year, all the talks of Champions League. What's gone wrong?
It's not a case of what's gone wrong, because we're talking about here individual mistakes, but I must admit, 12 months ago, when everyone was going big on Newcastle, and we enjoyed everything that they did last year, but they talked about this genius scouting system, sort of the fact that they could go and pick up players in France and all the rest of it. I'm not having it, Ed. 7 players in that second half on that picture from France. And forget France, it could be from Egypt, Morocco, Nigeria, Spain, Argentina. Honestly, for me, it's gone too far. It's gone too far. It cannot be right. There was a sense in Alan Pardew's interview that I thought, reading between the lines, it can't be. There must be cliques developing in that dressing room.
Because they've had success, Newcastle, in the past with UK-based players. 2002, 2003, the last time they finished in Champions League positions. 11 regulars from the UK that season. Shearer, Bellamy, Speed, Genus and Dyer. First season back in the Premier League after promotion. 2010, 13 UK-based players. This season, just 4. Simpson, Perch, Williamson and Steven Taylor have featured in 10 or more Premier League games.
But Ed, I've been harping on about this now for a couple of months. And people think, oh, England coach, he's making excuses. And it's staring us in the face. You know, this is your Newcastles, your Manchesters, your Leeds, your Liverpools. These are northern cities, you know, dinners at 12 o'clock, teas at 5, no messing around. They want identity, they want soul. And I'm seeing it with QPR, I'm seeing it there with Newcastle. The soul and identity and heart's being ripped out of this club. It's gone too far. Far too far, in my opinion.
But isn't that going to continue? You're going to continue seeing that whilst British players, UK players, are so expensive, overpriced. You pay a premium for them, don't you?
I keep hearing that, Ed, value for money. Yeah, I walk into a supermarket and I see a 3 for 1. First thing I do is I wonder what's wrong with it. The next thing I do is check the sell-by date. You know, it sounds like a good deal.
I'm sure everyone does that, to be fair.
It sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? You know, easy, quick fix. But for me, Ed, I don't get it. I really don't get it at this moment in time, the way in which we're going in terms of the movement towards too many players. And the fact of the matter is, you can point towards clubs that had success with foreign players.
Which has happened. Arsenal have done it. The Invincibles had 2 UK-based players. Man City last season won the title. They had, what, 4 or 5 UK-based players on a regular basis.
City,
it can work.
It can work. And Manchester City are building a big academy. They bought English players last summer. You know, you look at actually at Arsenal, they're backtracking signing English players and British players. The examples are staring you in the face. Borussia Dortmund last week, Bayern Munich, Juventus with Italian players, Barcelona, Manchester United. They're staring you in the face, the examples of these clubs that have got to have this core of players from their own country. We've benefited hugely from foreign players in this country. At Newcastle, no more than anywhere. Your likes of Albert and Ginola and Esprit actually set the Premier League alight for years. But the tipping point has gone too far. And at the weekend, there was a club called Crewe Alexandra who played 11 academy players. Why did they do that? They made a big statement, and we should support. They should have been over the back page of every single newspaper yesterday for what they did at weekend.
And they won as well. They beat Walsall by 2-0. Did Crewe. Problems for Newcastle then, problems for Aston